Kingdom Hearts, a game that marries the grand scale of Final Fantasy with the magic of Disney, in an unholy union of narrative that some might call off the rails or confusing. But more on that later. The only question on my mind right now is what happens when we take that magic and revolve Sora's entire personality around it. Welcome one and all to Kingdom Hearts, the Magic Run. Every journey begins with a single step, or so they say. One decision that sets the tone for the entire adventure, and for me, that would be a decision I have never made before. We're taking the staff. Power of the Mystic. Inner Strength. A staff of wonder and ruin. Is this the power you seek? Yes. Now what will you give up in exchange? I'm giving up the shield. We are going to be a little squishy, yes, but it's alright. You see, the weapon you choose and drop in Kingdom Hearts 1 determines your starting statistics. By going with the Dream Rod, Sora will start his adventure with 3 MP, our currency for magic. However, since I've dropped the Dream Shield in favor of higher strength, Sora is not going to be particularly bulky. But that's fine, as long as we don't get hit, right? Leave me alone. No! Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. In fact, we're given our own little test room to try out our new stick. I am not strong. I am not strong. These guys are taking so long to kill. Stop it! Come back here. I always choose sword. I always choose sword. Right. Sora doesn't start the game with magic. Looks like we're stuck bonking enemies with our toy hammer for a little bit. The next fork in the road comes with a choice I am much more familiar with, the time of day. We talk with each of the Final Fantasy cameos and they ask us the 3 security questions required to get into our account. Depending on our answers, we can finally begin our adventure at one of 3 times: dawn, midday, or dusk. What's most important to you? Being number 1. I'm trying to start in the morning. Your adventure begins at dawn. Yep. It's gonna be a little bit harder towards the end to get levels. But hopefully I will have figured out magic by then. Choosing to start at dawn means that Sora will level up faster at the beginning of the game, but will slow down toward the end. I aim to get as many levels as I can from the jump because of the second reason the weapon choice from earlier is so important. Each dream weapon has its own list of what abilities you get at what level. While all the abilities on each list is identical, the order in which you get them very much is not. So, someone picking Sword will get Sliding Dash at level 6, while those who choose the Path of the Mystic won't see it until level 50. For me, my goal is to get Scan at level 15 as soon as possible. With our build established, all we have left to do is to escape this limbo dream world by defeating our literal dark side, as one does. The challenge I'm imposing upon myself is to use magic whenever possible, although here we are button mashing anyway. Because I don't have access to non-button mashy type things. So that's not my fault. I'll just bite his hand. Congratulations, we have made it through the first decidedly non-magical boss fight of the Magic Run. Yensid is going to be so proud of us later. We have now conquered darkness. I'm sure that thing will never bother us again. But for now, it's time to wake up and be jump scared back to reality. Look down at the sea. Look up at Kairi. Hi, Kairi.
Whoa!
Welcome to Destiny Island, the island of destiny, where we are destined to find some parts for a boat we're building with our friends Riku and Kairi. Riku had the grand idea to seek other worlds by building a raft and sailing off to sea, and who are we to judge the decisions of a 15-year-old?
So, suppose you get to another world. What would you do there?
Good question, Riku. What would you do there?
Well, I haven't really thought about it.
You need a plan.
It's just, I've always wondered why we're here on this island.
So we explore the island, gathering the rope and logs we need to get this boat floating, while also making time to bully the local cameos. I did it. There we go. First try. Nice.
Okay, okay. Waka actually bullied me a bit, but it was nothing compared to standing up to the biggest bully of all, trees.
The whole purpose of me here. Oh my god, Sora. Oh my god, Sora. 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 Sora.
Sorry, Riku. I meant Riku.
First try! First try!
After that triumphant display of skill, we hand over our materials to Form and Kairi and head home for the day. I take this opportunity to clue Chad in on my feelings about the future of this run.
So I am not looking forward to a few things. Wonderland. I don't like Wonderland. Colosseum. I historically don't like horde modes. So the first three worlds, Deep Jungle. Deep Jungle, honestly, is probably fine compared to the other two I mentioned. I'm not looking forward to the boat.
Oh, wait, Riku wants us for something.
Sora,
Riku,
you wanted one, didn't you?
we have to share it
How
with you.
different.
That's why he
If
gave
two
it to you,
people
right?
share one, their destinies become intertwined. They'll remain
sharing
a part
one
of
with
each
you
other's
right now.
lives, no matter what.
Wait, was that Minnie Mouse? The next day, I decide to be a little more proactive about gathering materials that I know Kairi is going to ask us for, which leads us to the mysterious secret place.
I remember in the PlayStation 2, you could not see. You could not see what was in here. Look at all these drawings and stuff that you just could not see. There's so many references and things here. Anyway, I'm here for the mushroom. I hated coming in here because of how dark it was. And all you could see was the ominous door. Couldn't even see Potato Sack Man. I didn't know what he looked like for the longest time. He couldn't see him.
Who's there?
Is his eye a sack of potatoes?
Huh? Where did you come from?
Like this part, I was confused because you couldn't see him. And now I'm equally confused because you can clearly see him.
Well, time to not question that any further. We make our way to the back of the island where Riku has a new, more annoying challenge waiting for us.
Alright, let's do the race. It's not gonna...
If I win, I'm captain. And if you win,
I get to share the Paopu with Kairi.
huh?
Like, he's so mean. For what?
Deal? The winner gets to share a Paopu with Kairi.
Wait a minute.
Kingdom Hearts 1 really likes to give you platforming challenges without an equal amount of platforming optimization. Sora's clown shoes and parachute pants make it difficult to gauge distance, and while he can grab ledges, sometimes he just doesn't want to. It doesn't help that I'm bad at platforming even on a good day.
Look how far ahead he is. Well, you know what, Riku? I beat you in a fight, so we're even. We're even, and I'm okay with that.
After evening out the score with Riku, it's time to give our brand new food supply to Kairi, and I attempt to explain to my chat the totally simple plot of Kingdom Hearts.
People joke, right, about, you know, the complexities of the Kingdom Hearts storyline. It's like, oh, you have to spend 30 minutes explaining what Kingdom Hearts is about. No. Kingdom Hearts, all the games, in one sentence. Boy looking for friends. Boy looking for friends, or girl looking for friends that one time. But it's always boy looking for missing friends. That's it.
No, wait, I'm serious. I think that's Minnie Mouse. Now that Boy and Boy's friends are done with their totally seaworthy raft, it's time to head home to our apparently existent moms and rest up for our voyage in the morning. Wait, what's going on out there?
What's that? Riku's boat. And Kairi's.
We never saw mom. We never saw mom, period. We never saw mom in the first place.
Oh no, the island is infested with the most adorable creatures of darkness you ever did see. Alas, we are still sans magical abilities and can only fight with a dinky little wooden sword. As you can imagine, it's not very effective. But Riku's boat is here. We have to find him.
Where's Kairi? I thought she was with you.
The
Why
door
are you assuming Kairi came
is
here?
open.
Oh,
What?
the boats. That's
The
fair.
door is open, Sora. Now we can go to the outside world.
What are you talking about?
Dark, 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 dark. Keyblade.
Well, we failed that, but at least we got a key. Maybe we can use this to find Kairi.
Just the door. It was weird.
Oh, unfortunate. Oh, not you again. So we are flung from our world, landing at a nexus point for interstellar refugees. Welcome to Traverse Town. We will spend a lot of time here.
So I like how we came here with Pluto, but we don't leave here with Pluto. Pluto stops being part of it after this point until like the end, where we're like, oh yeah, also Pluto.
Just like real life. And so begins a game of cat and mouse between Sora, trying to find help, and Disney's Donald Duck and Goofy, who have been tasked to find the key now in Sora's possession.
There's a postcard here. I know that. Open it then! You have the giant key that opens every lock!
Along the way, we discover that people have been turning into those cute dark creatures from earlier, the Heartless. And according to a new Final Fantasy cameo, that won't stop as long as Sora is holding that key.
Why would it choose a kid like you?
Because the kid it actually chose was a worse option.
But we have a magical obligation to protect this key, so naturally we have to beat up Leon.
Alright, how do I want to handle this one? You see how he's using magic? I want to do that. I want to win, so I am going to push it up.
This should help.
Ow. Ow. Okay, alright.
And we are, unsuccessful. This won't be my last time losing to Leon. Huh, I wonder where Riku is. We wake up in a suspicious hotel room, forced to listen to more cameos dump exposition on a 14-year-old boy that I promise is barely paying attention. Personally, I'm more concerned about Sora's inability to open boxes.
Any chest that is locked by magical means of you have to do something else is dumb because of the existence of the key. But here we are. See, this is why I have to fight them anyway, Squall.
After running into a puzzle that should be a cinch for a fledgling wizard.
Oh no! I don't have magic!
We take a quick detour to a petting zoo that's missing a few animals. Pongo and Perdita, you know, the dogs from 101 Dalmatians, somehow lost all of their children, and even more somehow those children have been locked in boxes, and even more somehow, those boxes have been scattered across the multiverse. Don't worry about it, Pongdita, Sora's on the case. I look forward to the arrow upgrade you will give me in return. With a new collectible on our to-do list, we travel to the town's 3rd district, where we are targeted by a Disney Dad airstrike. Together, we face down a looming threat imminently approaching.
This is one of the only, like, recolors in Final Mix that I actually like.
Meet Guard Armor, first of its kind. This Heartless has 3 targets that separate from each other and fight independently, each with its own health bar. Get used to seeing that gimmick around because it shows up in nearly every Kingdom Hearts game.
Parrying seems to be the correct way to go. Because it just like falls over and sits there for a bit and lets me hit it. There we go.
Now that we have achieved a new non-magical victory, we can focus our attention back to our anthropomorphic allies and their mission, should we choose to accept it, to find their king, Mickey Mouse, in exchange for helping Boy find his friends. We of course agree, leading to my favorite line in the entire game.
But you can't come along looking like that. Understand?
This boat runs on happy faces.
This boat runs on happy faces.
Of course, no one says we're doing this unopposed, so let's meet our bad guys, shall we?
You can actually see these guys now. You couldn't before. Can you tell I haven't played this game in years?
That'll settle things. Will it be he who conquers the darkness? Or will the darkness swallow him?
This one is the only one that matters. Now that our party is set, Donald, the Royal Mage of Disney Castle, gives us a little gift of goodwill.
Hold on. Sora, this is for you. What are you giving me? Okay. We have a few things we can do with this, but More importantly, it means we can start the magic run.
Finally, the magic run can begin in earnest. Fire is a basic spell that shoots a small fireball that homes in on a target. It's good for single enemies and costs the least amount of MP to use, which makes it very spammable. Sora will now be able to sling fireballs the way only a wizard can, but before we can run off and set the world ablaze, Goofy has a gift for us too.
Now you can use magic too. What other thing are you gonna give me? Thank you! Thank you, Goofy! I needed dodge roll. I was so upset. I was so upset that we couldn't dodge roll.
Ah, dodge roll. Now seems like a good time to explain why I'm so determined to even try this run. See, I am what some might call a button masher in this game. I press X to win and have trouble hitting the other buttons required to do things like dodge, block, or cast magic. Multitasking by scrolling through a menu while actively being attacked is a weakness of mine, one I wish to strengthen with a challenge run like this. So while my main goal here is magic, I'm excited to now have dodge roll in my kit. Maybe I'll finally get hit less.
No!
Maybe. We make one more sweep around Traverse Town before we leave, learning about trinities along the way. Trinities have different effects depending on the color, blue in this case meaning jump, but they all require both Donald and Goofy and the party to activate. For this reason, this run will not feature any other party member, no matter what world we go to. After sending out our mail, we head back to the 3rd district to open a door that requires fire. This leads to a house that contains Kyrie.
Remember?
I mean, I was there not too long ago.
Sora?
Psych, it's Merlin.
My name is Merlin. As you can see, I'm a sorcerer. I'm from a movie you haven't seen before.
Merlin gives us a training room for our magic, and we spend some time blasting floating furniture before we decide to move on, ready to blast away in our gummy ship. Oh, the gummy ship. First, we have our very first look at the world map with our first fork in the road.
Hey, which one goes first? Is it Coliseum? No, it's Wonderland. Go to Wonderland. We do need to get, Blizzard.
With a destination in mind, we set off on the world's most boring loading screen. The numbered games insist on having you fly from world to world in this rainbow rocket, and while 2 and 3 vastly improve upon the gameplay, Kingdom Hearts 1 unfortunately suffers from being the eldest child. Luckily, or unluckily, depending on how you see it, this minigame is so, well designed that in most stages you can hold the pew pew button down and ignore every single obstacle, which is what I do.
Here we go. A new high score of 50.
Welcome to Wonderland, the world of Alice in Wonderland, where everything is weird and the world is a maze. Every room revolves around the bizarre room, and every door can lead to the walls or the ceiling. A totally trustworthy talking door tells us to drink the suspicious Kool-Aid, and we run into another hiccup in our magical plans.
Oh no, my one weakness. They can't do magic. I can't hit these guys with fire. I finally get magic I'm not allowed to use.
These are red nocturnes. They are the first of many mage-type Heartless, and these particular ones absorb fire, the only spell I have. I guess we keep Melee Sora around for a little longer. We go exploring and find ourselves barging into the middle of a trial. It seems a little unfair from where we're standing, but Dolan and Goobers clues us into the world order.
We're outsiders, so wouldn't that be muddling?
I mean, we haven't talked about
Oh, yeah. And that's against the rules.
we haven't talked about the world order. You didn't tell them about it.
Guilty as charged.
So, so that's on you guys.
Yeah, so apparently, we aren't allowed to interfere with the happenings of worlds not our own. The world order keeps every Disney movie separated because crossovers are a slippery slope. But don't worry, we'll ignore that rule everywhere we go. The real problem here seems pretty obvious, but the Queen of Hearts insists that we find evidence of the Heartless running amok. So we wind through the Lotus Labyrinth, collecting proof that hopefully the Queen will be satisfied with.
Evidence. The last one is the one we need, because the last one is the Blizzard.
Having picked up our fourth and final clue, we are greeted by the enigmatic Cheshire Cat, who does little more than taunt us, but most importantly, leaves us with a parting gift.
You may be innocent, but what about you? What do you mean? I won't tell, but I'll give you something. Blizzard! That's another magic spell. Let's go ahead and equip that.
That's right, the second spell for our arsenal. Blizzard is a short-ranged AoE cone that is good with crowd control, at least until we get better AoE spells. With our evidence collected, we return to the Queen to present our case, but Her Majesty intends to make this as difficult as she can.
Show me what you have found. I found all of the things, so my chances are pretty high that I won't lock my friends away.
She shuffles her own evidence with ours, and we get one shot to prove her wrong. Losing would mean implicating Donald and/or Goofy with the crime of stealing hearts, but we have probability on our side. You see, you don't actually have to collect 4 pieces of evidence. You're only required to find 1. But the Queen will fill any empty slots up to 5 with her own evidence, making it harder to take your party with you to the upcoming boss fight. Since we needed all of the evidence to get Blizzard early, we have a 4 in 5 chance of picking one of our own boxes.
Hey. There's your evidence. Alice is innocent.
But the Queen isn't having it. She seals Alice away and deploys her card army, leaving us to blow up this tower to bring the cage back down.
See ya! Come on!
There we go. Let's save Alice. Oh no, Alice is gone! Where did she go?
Well, it looks like we need to go searching for more clues. We head back to the Lotus Room where I very quickly get my revenge.
Yeah, that got everybody. Look how useful magic is. I should use it more often. That's crazy.
Fire!
Extinguishing fire with ice gives me what is called tech points. Tech points are extra points of experience that you get by meeting certain criteria. Hitting certain enemies with their opposite element, hitting certain weak points on bosses, parrying certain attacks, it's just another way to level up faster. We make our way back to the Bazaar Room, but this time on the ceiling, where we are advised that turning off the light might reveal a hidden shadow.
Sora, again, when I say jump, you should... No, Sora. Sora, when I hit the jump button, Sora. Thank you, Sora, I appreciate that.
Now that the lights are snuffed out, we have to go back to ground level, following the Cheshire Cat's instructions, and lo and behold...
I'm never prepared for Trickster, but here we are.
Trickmaster. Granted, my disdain for this boss is rooted in a different game, but that doesn't make me more excited for this fight. His hitbox is very high up and most of the time is blocked by fire.
I'm gonna continue to hide behind the chair. Can't get me, there's a whole chair here. Can you put those out, please, so I can hit you? Can you put those out, please, so I can hit you? Ah! You hit me through the chair!
But Velvet, aren't there ways to make this fight easier? Yes there are. But alas, voiceover Velvet is unfortunately more knowledgeable than streaming Velvet. For example, do you see this fireplace? If you hit it with our brand new Blizzard spell, Trickmaster stops setting his batons on fire. Furthermore, if you have the foresight to first go to Olympus Coliseum, you can use thunder for an instant stun. But no, we do this the hard way.
There we go.
With this victory, we get the most important ability we will ever get. Besides Scan.
Unleash powerful vision combo. Attack upon surrounding enemies. Attack power is relative to max MP value, which makes it better for Art Run because we're going for MP.
We go back to the talking doorknob and he yawns just wide enough to show us his keyhole, and we lock our very first world in our magical journey. ends day 1 of the Magic Run, with 2 spells under our belt and 4 MP to play with as we look to the future and a place to test our mettle. But that's a story for another day.
As always, I hope you had as much fun with me as I had with you. I'm gonna have a wonderful rest of my day, and I hope you do too. We will meet back again for more Kingdom Hearts, the Magic Run, the one where I use menus. It'll be great. Until then, have a good one. Bye!